Hey everybody, this is my 5 top reasons why you need an artist manager. Find out next, coming up on the Music Money Makeover show. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Music Money Makeover show. My name is Casey Graham. As usual, you know we can download all the free goods and stuff. It's down in the links below. And I'll make reference to them later in the video. All right, so these are 5 reasons why you would need an artist manager at this point right now. Because if you're watching this, chances are you're probably looking for one. So I'm gonna tell you what you're gonna need. All right, so check it. You're generating enough revenue to pay the manager. Let's just keep it plain and simple. All right, most managers have. If you're really savvy with this game, you know how the music game works, you're going to be somewhere around the 15% range for your first manager, all right? I'm just keeping it frank, because if you're doing things right, you're going to escalate their percentage later, but they got to show and prove. So if you can pay 15% on your revenue, on your bookings at least, you know, sometimes you might get a 20% manager, but if you can do that at least, then you're ready for that manager, all right? If you can't do that, you need to go back to the woodshed, you know what I'm saying? You need to go back to the drawing board, and you need to work on your game a little bit more, because you are not generating enough revenue. Now, here's a key indicator, like we talked about last week. If you need a manager, chances are your revenue is at $1,000 a week and above, okay? And so now you need a manager. Now, here's what I didn't explain last week. If you have $1,000 generated in musical revenue a month, somewhere in your process, you're starting to slip on a couple things. Like you might be slipping on bookings or emails. You may be slipping on things that you can do to maximize your profit from what the system that you already have in play. Maybe your system needs upgrading and you don't have knowledge of that, or you just can't handle it at this point. Anywhere in that, if you're doing $1,000 a month of music revenue, period, you need some help, buddy. And I suggest you getting a manager at this point, all right? Because you're at a point where you want to escalate your game, all right? Not expand, but you want to escalate it, okay? So you need that manager, all right? The next point is, like we talked about last week, here's the flip side. If you're doing 100 hard ticket sales at your local venue, then you're going to need a manager. Now, check it. In Atlanta, where I am, during this whole COVID-19 thing, certain things are starting to open back up. So there is some promise there. Hopefully they won't flip the script on us this fall. We don't know what's going on. But things are starting to open back up. So you should be prepping your plan now to gear up, at least in the Southeast United States, which a lot of my viewers come from. So check it. If you're doing more than 100 hard ticket sales a month, you need a manager. Why? Because at 100 hard ticket sales, you are already perfecting your show now. All right, well, we got to make a better show, which means I may need a band. Okay, well, if I need a band, then, you know what I'm saying? I need to look at possibly adding some other members, adding a DJ, adding just a drummer or a keyboard player, and now you start to not think about the business. The business at this point has gone above your head, and now you need that manager for this, because at 100 hard ticket sales, if you're doing combined shows, like I talked about in one of my other videos, I forgot the title of the video. Anyway, it's somewhere in my YouTube. If you're doing 100 hard ticket sales with combined like artists, you are starting to grow your fan base tremendously, and now you can't handle it all. I'm just being frank. You need a manager. All right. So now number 4 piggybacks off of what we were just talking about. Okay. So it's called, you can't handle the bookings. You're slipping on the bookings. That's number 4, all right? The emails that are coming in. If you're doing 100 hard ticket sales, like I said in number 3, then on number 4, you're missing emails at this point. Because I'm willing to bet, chances are you have a job and the music is your side hustle, and you can't keep up with the incoming processes, the incoming requests, all right? And you can't process that. So you need somebody to help you do that. Now it's time for a manager. Manager will get all this stuff in order. If your manager is not putting things in order for you so that more revenue can come in, you need to look for another manager. All right, that's just my opinion. Number 5, okay? Let's go into number 5. Number 5 is the flip side of what number 5 was last week. You gotta expand, all right? Now, last week we talked about, hey, I'm running short on cash. I need to make better product. What do I have to do to expand? If you have to go to this point, I'm not saying that you as the artist cannot do this. Yes, you as an artist can do this, okay? But this is gonna take a lot of business sense and a lot of business savvy to make this influx of income happen. Most record labels, if you're going this route, don't necessarily want to talk to the artist about the business. Therefore, you're going to want an attorney and a manager for that. All right. We're expanding now. We're doing $1,000 a month and 100 hard ticket sales, and we can't keep up with the bookings and all this. And we need some help because we might not have all the money to pay the manager now, but the manager can see some promise. And so therefore, the manager can go out and work hard for this promise, this phantom promise that you have and that you will fulfill eventually. All right. And they can just add some fuel to your fire. Expanding means that, hey, once I get this money, what am I going to do with it? I don't have a plan for it besides making more music and doing more shows, which generally is what is coming from an artist, and making more merch. How are you going to service that merch? Can you get it to more places other than just your store, right? You know what I'm saying? Can you work with some influencers to get your merch out there? All of this stuff starts to kick in to make more revenue as your fan base starts to grow and grow. What about, let's get some new designs for the merch, all right? What about, let's see if we can get some concert tours going on, because I've been doing the local and the regional thing. Let's see if I can actually get on a consistent string of shows. Let's work that out. These are reasons when you're ready. This is like key indicators when you're ready to expand. All right. Anyway, download the profit maximization checklist down below, and the Musician's Guide to Self-Publishing #1 down below. As I've been saying, look, there are a couple people who have actually finished that profit maximization checklist. It's not easy, but it's not hard. But when you do it, you'll feel accomplished, and then you'll actually see how the basic mechanics of the music business works. So I recommend everybody to download that profit maximization checklist and then download the Musician's Guide to Self-Publishing #1, because in that checklist, I only list stuff. But then in the book, I actually talk about, how this stuff will work for you. Layman's terms is what I deal with. I don't like to deal with all the legalese and the jargon. All right. So anyway, I will see you all next week on my top 5. Don't forget to go through the YouTube channel and watch some more of these videos. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Peace.